I'm just putting together the bridging manual for the pathway to getting out of this. I grow, I experience the growth, then somehow I loop back to where I started, and then I do the same thing over and over again. So it's like this loop that you get stuck in that you can't move to the other level. You get a brief glimpse of it, and then you go back down again. I think this is probably one of the most common experiences we all have when we're introducing change. And what's so valuable about the Hold Bridge, which hemispherelearning.ca is where you can see it, is it gives us an understanding of why that's happening. And just kind of for my notes here is your nervous system has learned what is normal or stable for you in a whole variety of areas. And anything outside of this threshold. So when you think about it, it's got a certain threshold. And it allows a certain amount of change, but when you break through that threshold, it actually sees that as being unsafe. Even if you know it's not, even if you know the growth is beneficial for you, if that standard has been set, and it talks about many of the ways that happens in the different manuals in the system, it's going to do its very best to bring you back into a line. And this is where the loop comes in. You introduce change, it's positive change, right? It's great. I love this. This is fantastic. You see, your nervous system, the set point, it doesn't see it that way. What it sees is, uh-oh, danger, danger, danger. So it's going to do everything it can in your body, so somatics, non-physically in your mind, to bring you back into that stabilization. You see, this is why, and it talks about it in the path, and then we have something that we call the 5-day quick start. So what you can do is you can basically get a proof of concept of it before you get into it in a deeper fashion, is understanding what to do when that contraction happens and to manage that growth. And I'll close with this. There tends to be 3 responses, because you can use this right now, because many of you know what this feels like. You get that, you experience it, it feels good, and then you start to feel that uneasiness. And you go, why the hell am I feeling uneasy? This is good. Not according to your nervous system. So when that happens, there tends to be 3 responses. The first one is you try and push through it. Now, think of it as stretching a muscle. So when we stretch a muscle, we want to stretch it, but not strain it. So when that muscle is stretched, and you know it's stretched, you can feel it. You don't want to push even harder, because that's when you get into strain. So that's the first response to that. And in this case, pushing harder doesn't work, because your nervous system just sees that as more and more danger, and is going to contract even more. The second response is you run away, right? It's like, oh, that doesn't feel good. And here's the deceptiveness of this. When you pull back, guess what happens to the uncomfortableness? It goes away, because now your nervous system says, that belief system that lives in your nervous system says, okay, everything's stable again. Or the third response is, you just don't ever try again. You just stay in that spot that's maybe very stable, but it's not fulfilling. It doesn't bring you joy, right? And probably the biggest thing is we were never designed to stay stable. We were designed to continually and consistently grow, expand, and evolve. And when we're not doing that, we don't feel good. It's just that simple. It's just in our nature to stay static. Okay, so that comes from the Hold Bridge. If you want to learn more about the Hold Bridge, go to, there you go, hemispherelearning.ca. I'm just kind of finalizing it up, so it may or may not be live when you watch this. It should be, but if it isn't, hang on, it will be soon. All right, guys, see you on the web.